How y'all, and welcome back to another video of Luck Be a Landlord. We're still playing the Exhausted Developer mod. I'll throw them details up on screen now. This mod adds a very rare item, which is the Exhausted Developer. This item gives one kind for every hotfix the game has received since the last content patch, which as of now is 37 kinds. So basically if you get this, you've pretty much won the game. We haven't seen it yet, but as it is a very rare item, that's to be expected. We are now on floor 15. Quite a good run on floor 14 the last day. The big change here is that you get a dud every 20 spins, no, every 15 spins instead of every 20. And as the duds last 33 turns, that means you generally have at least 3, sometimes 4 duds on the board at any one time. There will be a brief period where you have 5 duds, so could be quite interesting. Let's jump in, let's see how today works out. As always, if you're enjoying the videos, don't forget to give them a like, I'd much appreciate it. We get the shiny pebble. Let's take a mouse first. Let's take a dwarf, I'm always happy to have one of them in the deck. We could take another shiny pebble. And we made the 25 rent payment with 6 left over, which is pretty standard. I'll take a chemical 7 and grave robber is okay. Let's take a puffer fish because it's worth 2. I'll take an urn for the grave robber. I'll take another urn for the grave robber. We're doing pretty well at the moment. Let's take a light bulb. And we made the 50 rent payment with 32 left over. We could take a Matryoshka doll. I never really take this, but I guess it does provide some scaling and eventually ends up being worth 4, which isn't too bad. It doesn't have any synergies is the main problem with it. Egg carton versus fish tank. It doesn't really matter, I don't think so. We'll just take egg carton. I feel like you see eggs more, but I mean you should see them the same amount really. Let's take another 3-sided dice and let's take another shiny pebble. It is a bit much, but we'll go for it. Hoping for a geologist or something to clear it up. I don't think we can take another shiny pebble, I think that's too much. And I will take an essence capsule. We made the 100 rent payment with 34 left over, so we're not doing too bad. Undertaker essence is interesting. I think I'll take it. Let's pick up a big ore. No wealthy capsule. Let's re-roll for something better. I'll take rabbit fluff and kind on a string versus happy hour versus x-ray machine. Probably won't be x-ray machine. Let's take kind on a string. It's a removal and that means we can take things like Hexamidas or King Midas. Okay, I'll take a coke and a half just because it's worth 2. Let's pick up a key, I guess. I'll take a bubble worth 2 and it removes itself. That's not too bad. I'll take an urn there. Kind of string gives 3. Let's get rid of the flower. Okay, I'll take a removal capsule. We're definitely going to need this with the amount of, I don't want to say rubbish, but it's not a great deck at the moment. Okay, let's make the 150 rent payment with 15 left over. This is interesting, but we'd have to get a sun and the moon. It's very unlikely. I'll just take fertilizer essence. I don't need a hooligan. I'll take an item capsule. I'll take very big symbol bomb. Let's see what we get. Hexatedium, and no, I'll take an egg for the egg carton. I'll pick up a coal, it's still fairly easy. Don't want any of these. I'll take a removal capsule, take a light bulb. Don't want any of these, and I'll take a big urn. I'll take a reroll capsule. Is it possible that we'll have 4 spirits? No, I don't think so. Take a reroll capsule. Maybe if we find one more urn, that might do it. Let's remove the cherry. I think it's worth re-rolling for an urn, which we didn't see. I'll take a void creature. Get rid of, yes, the pearl. okay, I don't want any of these. We could take a chicken in the hopes of getting some eggs. Let's go for it. Don't want any of these, let's skip. Are we going to make the next rent payment? I'll take Hexamidas. It's always worth 3, sometimes worth 6. 2 spins, let's skip this. We should, I believe, make the next rent payment. Let's take a cheese for the mouse. And we made the 225 rent payment with 3 left over. This is not looking great, I have to admit. Let's take a time capsule. Rusty gear. It's good for this, I guess. Definitely the best choice. We didn't get a whole lot stronger there, which isn't great. Let's remove the cat, I think. Reroll this for, didn't see really anything. 27, I'll take a buffing capsule. I feel like this run is a bit doomed. Let's take a gambler. Let's take a target, I guess, it's worth 2. Don't want a hustling capsule. Take a 5-sided dice, worth 3 on average. But yeah, the room, we didn't really get any scaling and we didn't get any food to feed to the eaters, I think. So we didn't have a buffer of kinds in order to survive long enough to find something. We had a kind of interesting thing with Undertaker Essence and Grave Robber, but just couldn't get it to work out. No matter. Floor 15 is not the easiest. Let's try again. I'll take a early bubble is okay. Cultists are always good if you can get them to work. I'll take a beer. Let's pick up a gambler. We made the 25 rent payment with 5 left over. An early lucky capsule is fantastic, and checkered flag I think is probably the one with the most potential there. I'll take a cow. It's worth 3, produces milk. Pretty good. Let's take a jellyfish. Take a bubble. Don't need any of these, and I think we're pretty strong, so we can skip. Made the 50 rent payment with 8 left over. That's not too bad. Let's take a safe. Let's take black cat, I guess, since we have milk being produced. This will make the milk worth 18 instead of 9. Let's take black cat. Cats will also be worth 2, which isn't too bad. I guess we'll take a rain just because it's worth 2. I'll take another cat. It's also worth 2. There's a dwarf for the beer. We can skip this, I think. Keep our deck fairly good. I'll take the cultist to get them growing. And we made the 100 rent payment with 69 left over, which isn't too bad. 150 due in 6 spins. Let's reroll this 4 bar soap to fill up the empties. And lockpick is probably the best there. I'll take another milk. We could get another gambler. They are worth 3 per turn as soon as they get destroyed, but we don't have any way of destroying them yet, so I'll hold off. I could take another cat. Sure, it is worth 2. Isn't too bad. Another cat. Sure. We will remove the jellyfish and don't need to remove anything else yet. There's a 3-sided dice to get rid of the gambler, and there he goes. Made the 150 rent payment with 154 left over, so we're doing fantastic. Swapping the device essence I think is almost an instant win. We can actually swap the cats. No, because that's a like a fixed number, so swapping the cats would give us an extra 18 or 20, which isn't too bad, but probably not worth it. I'll take a Whitestone, and lucky dice is pretty good. Makes the dice worth 3, which isn't too bad. Let's take a light bulb, I guess. Sure, why not? Let's take a 5-sided dice, is worth 5, which is great. We could take a lockbox, and let's remove cherry, I guess. With the lucky dice, they'll never roll. They'll never roll into a 1, so taking gamblers isn't great. Let's skip this. We'd have to switch it off for on average 3 turns in order to get a 1. Possibly less than 3 turns because we have a 5 and a 3, but I don't think it'd be worth it. We made the 225 rent payment with 137 left over, and this run is looking a whole lot better. I'll take the rabbit, and I'll take Undertaker is interesting. Barrel of Dwarfs isn't great. I'll take Undertaker. We need to remove anything, we do not. Let's take another cultist and let's remove the Kine, I guess. Don't need to swap anything. Cultists are worth 3 each now, which is great. Skip this. Let's take the safe because we do have the lockpick. Okay, there goes a bunch of our duds, so we're back down to 20. That's fantastic. Take a buffing capsule. Do I want a bar of soap? Not really. I don't have that many empties. And we made the 300 rent payment with 98 left over. Let's take Horseshoe Essence. Let's take General Zarf is interesting. That kind of changes our run. So with General Zarf, what's our scaling? I'm not sure, to be honest, but do we need him? $375 due in 8 spins, say 300, say 40 per spin, and we're getting, yeah, we have to be getting 40, right? We're getting 8 plus 9 is 17 plus 8, 25, 26, 7, 8, 9, 10, 35. Yeah, we have to be getting about 40 per spin, right? On the other hand, General Zarf is a lot of money. I think we re-roll this for another 5-sided dice. That's pretty good. Pizza the Cat is fantastic. That makes our cats worth 4 each, which is great. And with that, I'm pretty confident. Yeah, 53 on that turn. I'm pretty confident about making the next rent payment. I'll take another 5-sided dice. And the removal capsule is fantastic. That's what I want to do now, is start clearing out this deck. Wine is great. This is what I've kind of been saving the swapping device for, because it multiplies the wine and the dwarf, and the dwarf is a multiple of the amount of money wine is. You can get 80, I believe, from 1 wine instead of a normal 20. It's a 4 times multiplier instead of a 2 times multiplier. We want to remove the flower, I guess. So we just need to wait for the wine to stay next to the dwarf. Take a chemical 7. Okay, we don't need any of these. Giving an eye on the wine and the dwarf. Don't need any of these. How are we doing? We made the 375 rent payment with 172 left over. That's fantastic. So with Comfy Pillow Essence, one of the items to add after paying rent will be very rare. This is a chance of being the exhausted developer, so I think we have to take this. Do we want a dame? Not really, actually. One of the few runs where I don't particularly want a dame. Also don't want this. Let's take treasure map, I guess, as the only one with a bit of an upside. So we'll swap these. We should get 80 from them. 82, that's exactly right. Let's take a lockbox for the lockpick. So swapping dwarfs and alcohol are one of the highest payoffs you can get from the swapping device. Skip this. We don't need a General Zarf. We're doing pretty good. We already have rent and we have 4 spins left. Taking another lockbox. Take a beer. I will skip the last 2 spins. We made the 450 rent payment with 150 left over. Let's take Ninja Roller Essence, I guess. I'll take an item capsule and I'll take Popsicle. That's fine, not really what I was hoping for. It means we can be a bit more liberal as well with the swapping device. Do I have anything to break spirits? Do I want spirits? Not really. Let's skip this. Let's take item capsule and skip this. Okay, don't need any of these. Making 60 per turn, which is pretty good. Let's skip all these. We don't have any, we don't have any reason to take egg or anything like that. Also don't have any reason to take a light bulb. Could take a rabbit, but no particular reason. Our deck is pretty good. We only want to take things that really improve our deck. This dwarf would end up next to one of these beers. That would be fantastic. 42. Made the 600 rent payment with 124 left over. 450 now due in 9 spins. Let's re-roll this for nothing we really want. I'll take a Void Stone. Take Quigley the Wolf. Let's remove this pearl. Swap these two. I'll take a cheese, although I don't have a mouse, do I? No, I don't. Not a great pickup there for me. Take another cultist is great, and we'll remove that cheese. Bit of a waste of a removal capsule, but that's fine. We're very strong at the moment. Do I want a coal? I don't really need it. I don't need anything. I'm getting over 70 per turn on average. I'll take another essence capsule. I'll take another essence capsule. Take an item capsule. I didn't actually see what was here. Hopefully it wasn't anything good like a cultist. Let's skip the tedium capsule because I'm going to be paying rent next turn, so I don't want one of them symbols to be guaranteed to be common. We made the 650 rent payment with 132 left over. Don't particularly want any of these essences. How many symbols I've destroyed? This is actually worth 40, so it's not too bad. And I'll take frozen pizza essence. I'll take rusty gear. Could work on the 5-sided dice or the cultist or the cats. I'm actually okay with any of them. Big symbol bomb, don't really need it. Happy hour essence. Happy hour essence is more fun though, so I'll take it. Let's take comedian. Don't need any of these. Let's skip. I guess I'll take kind on a string. Let's take a wine. Let's skip this. Let's skip this and we'll take wine versus essence capsule. Probably should be taking essence capsule. Skip this and skip. Skip and wildcard, possibly the best, but beer is more fun. Skip and another 5-sided dice isn't the worst either, but don't need it. Alright, so I guess he's getting 2 drinks this time for a massive 162. Moon is worth 3. Probably a good idea with rabbits. Shall we go for it? Let's skip this. How are we doing on our frozen pizza? Not too bad. Magic key, don't really need it, and don't need anything here. Let's skip this. Frozen pizza just remove itself. Have they changed frozen pizza? After 5 symbols are added, you add an extra symbol after every spin. I didn't think I added a symbol in order to make it disappear, but I must have. Who knows? Maybe it works on the cow adding symbols. Never thought about it, but it's possible a frozen pizza counts as an added symbol. We made the 700 rent payment with 346 left over. 777 due in 10 spins. Let's take Kaino String Essence. We could take King Midas with Kaino String Essence. Isn't too bad. Geologist for a bit of scaling, of course, is decent. Let's take King Midas. Let's take Rusty Gear, it's pretty good. Okay, we want to keep an eye on this. Actually, do these both work? Yep, we get 10 and we get 4, and that's pretty interesting. Another cultist is great. Let's remove the rain. Take another cultist, that's fantastic. Might as well take a kindness, just worth 14. We will need a removal for the, well actually we won't need a removal for this King Midas because kind on a string. Let's take a void creature and skip this. Don't need any of these. And don't need any of these. And this is the last spin. Alright, not too bad. Made the 777 rent payment with 788 left over. It doesn't really show how strong this run is. This is quite strong at the moment, particularly with the swapping device essence. I'm pretty sure you just take that and you've pretty much won. We unfortunately didn't see the exhausted developer in this run. Our best chance was with the comfy pillow essence, but didn't work out. That's fine, we'll be back tomorrow. We'll start again from floor 1 and work our way up. If we go through all 15 floors again without seeing the exhausted developer mod, I might do something like maybe add in another mod and run the two of them concurrently until I find one or the other. Just so I'm not on this one mod for too long. But I'll leave it there for today. Hope you guys enjoyed it. As always, if you did, don't forget to give us a like and subscribe if you haven't already. And until next time guys, take care of yourselves and cheers for now.